Good morning, friends. I was thinking about started this video where I was going to apologize for my hair, apologize for my lack of teeth, and apologize for maybe my state. But I found yesterday on some levels very encouraging, and on some levels very discouraging. Just the discouraging aspect, here's a story. The discouraging aspect has to do with how much work I've done in my life to get to a place where I could be um, balanced, centered, grounded, and feeling stable. Yeah, centered and grounded and balanced and stable mentally, emotionally, physically, and spiritually. And really, I started at the age of 19. That was 55 years ago. Just even imagine living 55 years, let alone 74 years. It's kind of like, whoa, I didn't necessarily see that. And in my coursework with the ancestral healing code, ancestral healing code course, and looking at what's appropriate, because the course is a container of energies that is meant to have those energies be so safe that they're not opened up outside of the group. It's not a secret society. It's a society of trust. So I was just having to pause for a moment and think about, could I even talk about what it was that made me go into what I went into? And so I think that I'll not do that, just because if I have a question about it, then it's best for me not to do something when I question whether it's in integrity. So this place of balance, grounded stability during times of chaotic energies, world changing energies. And even if I have the belief or perception that we're moving into a better world, the chaos of the world that we're in can be very frightening. It is for me at times. You see me, those of you who watch these videos, you see me as I am. I don't wait for, well, yeah, I do wait for a good time where I'm in a presentable place. But who you see is who I am. It's what I'm working with. And I tell you, I'm working with a lot. I'm working with a lot. I'm trying to figure out how can I work with so much energy in a way that doesn't feel like it's damaging me. And then I get these little rewards. These little rewards where a comment says, "This meant so much to me. This was so helpful to me. You are so bold. It lets me know I want to do more." Or, "Just this conversation we just had really helped me to come out of that state of fight or flight I was in." And the conversation might have been about the state of fight or flight that I was in. And as I was having that conversation, and I can just talk about my side of that conversation, and I feel like in integrity in doing that. In that conversation, I was talking about how my attention has been on the disturbance of the energetics within the world healing field. So the world healing field was set up 5 years ago. At the end of January of 2020, I was asked to set up, like I do for my individual healing fields for individuals, I was asked to set up a healing field for the earth. And you can imagine, I mean, talk about science fiction. I mean, it's science fiction on some levels that I can set up a healing field for an individual. I mean, that's kind of making up reality. And I was taught how to do it by some beings that weren't necessarily visible to me, that they're communicating things inside my head. And in many past generations, you would have ended up inside of some sort of institution. I think they would call it a mental institution, like the University of Michigan or something, or University of Southern California, or Yale, or Dartmouth, or any one of them. Oxford. Mental institutions where people learn to believe the same thing, even if it's completely a distorted reality. Kind of like the world we're living in right now. And we've looked away and we've looked away and we've looked away. But, don't look behind the curtain. I think that was in Alice in Wonderland. Don't look behind the curtain. Don't look. The great grandpapa is just like a fat little guy standing on a chair or whatever. I can't remember what it was, but don't look behind the curtain. Well, this is the great unveiling. The curtain's being opened. There's no way to not look behind it. There may be a way to hide our head in the sands, but to not see it, it's like, best of luck to not see it. You've been managing to kind of filter it, walk through with blinders on. But even when it was like, look at it, look at it, look at it, we were like, no, 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 I can't look at it. And as a good friend gave me the term, I don't have the bandwidth. Another one that I received was, I have too many tabs open. The computer can't process that much data. So when that's the case, it's good that we slow it down, pay attention to our breathing, help to calm our nerve system. You notice I don't call it a nervous system, because the term nervous isn't one that I want in my system. I would like a calm, centered, balanced, open, flexible, fluid, moving, calmly system. If I can create a reality where there's a field of energy around a person called a healing field, and then they can change within that healing field, and then if I'm told that it's important that I create a field of energy around the earth, and I can create that, and there's beings that are going to participate in holding that space, that they just needed a human, because there's certain things on this planet that only humans can do. Beings that are in human form. I don't understand the rules, but there's some sort of hands-off policy, like that this world can only be changed by people incarnate in it. But anyway, we can have instructors, and they can say, oh, create this field around the earth that's going to assist people to let go of their disturbance. There you have it, the World Healing Field. And those of you who have subscribed and who watch these videos, you're participating in the World Healing Field. And one of my subscribers, you're all lovely, one of my lovely commenter subscribers was talking about how that she connected to the World Healing Field and fell asleep and woke up, and her heart was racing, and she was kind of feeling this mild panic. And I said, welcome to my world. That is my world. So in my conversation earlier today, I was exploring the intensity of the world energies, and I was feeling that. And previously, in the dream world, I went to my training, which was turning off the television in a way by making statements. And some of the statements are, and I'm just going to make a few of them. I disconnect from the matrix of fear surrounding the planet. I just disconnect from the matrix of fear. I disconnect from the matrix, the thought form of grief surrounding the planet. I disconnect from the matrix or thought form of anger surrounding the planet. I connect to the deep peace that is at the core, the center of this planet. And as I center myself to the center of the planet, and I connect to my deep self, I connect to the deep self of the planet. I connect to the deep peace of the planet. And even if this only lasts me for 5 or 10 minutes before something sets me up again, I know I can go back to this. I can, and we're going to go through this process right now. This is a healing video. Why? Because I'm just saying it right now. This is a healing video. So if you watch this video, you may experience healing. Because if you want to experience healing, the best thing to do is just either go inside and ask your internal self to assist you with healing, or search on the internet for somebody who says this is healing. So I'm just saying, this is healing. I just did healing work with myself, in front of myself, videotaping myself doing healing work on myself. But if you tune into that, you may feel that healing that just took place. My plan was to call my guide Arlen in today and to say, Arlen, come in. I'm really in this difficult place. Come in and heal me. And Arlen never heals me. Arlen talks about why I'm disturbed. And then once I know why I'm disturbed and I let go of that disturbance, then I'm not disturbed. And that is healing. But all healing is someone suggesting that you heal, and then you take that suggestion and then you heal. That's healing. That's how it works. You take what you're holding on to, possibly desperately holding on to, and you let go of it. And things begin flowing again. So in my conversation this morning, I was talking about the disturbance of the world, and now it's gone currently, just for me. Like, oh, I was reacting to that disturbance, but I might have just been reacting to the thought form of disturbance, the thought form that the world's filled with anger, fear, and grief. And there may be that going on in individuals, but if we disconnect from the thought form of it, we may find that we can breathe. We may find that we feel more centered, more balanced, more grounded, more present, possibly more spacious. So to prepare, and this is just what I'm making up, but others made it up and taught it to me, and then I did it and it worked for me. So I'm going to suggest that you do these things. You state these things out loud. I connect to my deep self. And I'll be right back because I have a crying kitty. I connect to my deep self. I connect to my higher self. Googly eyes. I connect to my highest self. I ground myself to the healing center of the earth. I'm going to say a new one. I center myself in the deep peace of the earth. Come on up if you want. Just doing a healing session here. Healing sessions are oftentimes better with cats if you're not allergic to them, which I'm not. As long as she doesn't start knocking stuff around. Makes me nervous. They're going underneath the light. Okay, she's just sniffing everything. Okay. Maybe her little head will pop up. There's an ear. I open myself to the healing power of the One. And I let go of anything that's no longer useful to me. And it's really useful to feel that move away. We'll see if we get to finish this. If you choose to work with the seventh dimensional beings, the Hathors, you just state, I choose to work with the Hathors. And and then I'm just going to ask this, you can too if you want, but I ask that we be placed in a field of protection while we do this work. And I ask the higher self to take us through the portal of time to the event that would be of the highest good, released and integrated this time. And big yawn with a kitty. I invite all souls affected by this event to return to the event, release and integrate the energy of the event for themselves. And ask that they be placed in a field of protection while they do their work. And then upon arrival at the event, I ask the higher self to assist us to release and integrate all energies of the event, gently and easily, fully and completely, on all levels and through all space and time. Okay, if you want, you can hit the pause button and just work with the energies for a little bit. Just feel any releases taking place, releases on a physical level, mental level, emotional level, spiritual level, and then come back to do the closing of the field. And so take however much time it feels like you need to take. And then come back. Okay, and welcome back. And so I ask the higher self to assist all the souls that return to the event to combine with that part of their soul that had remained at the event and bring that combined soul back into their body in present time with all of its wisdom, power, clarity, compassion, creativity, kindness, and peace. And I ask those souls to ground themselves in the healing center of the earth and open up the portal for the delivery of the new energies into the earth at this time. And I ask that those new energies come in and they be activated. And I let the universe and beyond know that this has been done and that it's good. I hope this video serves you well, and now we get to go change, continue to change, because we did just change, but now we get to change some more. All right, be well and know that I'll be here as long as I get to be here. All right, now let's go. I can't tell. No, it's still recording. I have to hit the button. I thought I could hit the space bar. Now I must go.